Wilson, before they ask, because I want to make sure I got the figure right, did you say 75 to 80%
Yeah.
on taxes? Okay. All right.
What's the pick? You want to take turns or?
Start from this side. Let's go.
Alright, so you guys said, I think it was you guys said that the people that the districts elect don't get paid, right? Is that what you said?
No, elected government officials do not get paid.
Alright, and you said that was gonna stop corruption, but wouldn't that
limit corruption.
Wouldn't that kind of increase it since they don't get paid and somebody from
but the government would take care of all their needs.
Okay. And then another question was, you said they make local district rules and there's national rules. What if the law? What if those laws conflict?
National law supersedes local law.
All right.
My question is kind of like that. I just didn't understand. So if you are like a government official and you don't get paid, right? What would motivate you to want to be a government official?
That eliminates all the people that are doing it just for power. If you really care about the people, then you would be a government official.
No, I mean like, but how do you live?
How do you live?
Like how
They pay for everything.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I want.
That's what Dennis said. He said they pay for
That's what I
everything.
want.
That motivates you. Alright, are you gonna have a waterfall on a volcano?
This is a dormant volcano.
No, it's not
Therefore,
dormant. It's not dormant. It doesn't erupt very often.
it's a dormant volcano.
Like all the rainwater.
So you said there's a child tax to limit population, right? If the people can't afford it, can't they keep having children? And then what?
They can't afford it.
If they can't afford to pay the child tax, can't they keep having children? And then you can't really limit population.
Now, what happens to overpopulation in that situation?
Overpopulation?
Well, the tax increases exponentially, so there has to be a point where you can't pay for it. And let's just say that it is overpopulated, then there you can also move out of the volcano.
Well, but I think Anthony's point is really well taken because you have this great environment. People are going to live long. They're pretty well off. They have most of their needs met, so, and then they get to keep some of their salary. So what is to prevent them, let's say, from having 3 or 4 children, at which point you're going to very soon reach overpopulation on a small island?
When someone has too many kids, it will turn to the community because the community is really closely knit since everyone lives in the same building. So if like one person's having too many kids, it will be a community vote and to talk about like the consequences or like to persuade the person not to have as many kids.
Peer pressure?
Not peer pressure, but like to weigh the pros and cons between because it could hurt the whole community if they have too many kids.
Yeah, but Anthony's point, if I understand it right, is that
What's going to stop?
They don't think they're going to hurt the community that badly, and it's kind of their right to have more children if they want to have them. So what if a lot of people take that mentality?
It's within the right, but so long as it doesn't hurt other people. Like you can yell fire in the theater, but you can't do that because it endangers other people's lives. So if you have like 3 or 4 babies and up to 6, then you are, first of all, you live in a housing complex. Your space is finite. So it's logically, it doesn't make sense for you to have more children. You just make your living quarters that much more cramped. But if you have more babies, the community will have to step in because now it's not just about you anymore. This is all of you live in a housing complex, so all of you like kind of co-depend on each other for your survival. So that's where the community steps in and says you shouldn't do this because this is going to hurt all of us and at the end. So you already have 2. Be happy with it.
What happens if they have quintuplets?
No.
They have limited housing.
Quintuplets.
Well, the tax is all by a person. They can tell it. I think we'll have to take videos away.
I think.
We're not going to kill them,
In the
but I mean,
volcano.
like, give it to people that don't have kids, that want kids. Put them in foster. And adopt them.
Which 2 would
We're not killing the kids. We'll just deal with it.
Okay, another question.
So I'm under the impression that everything around the buildings is just grass or green.
This isn't a life scale model. It's not
What's
that.
going to be mostly green though, right? You said?
Yeah.
So like, what happens when the grass grows really high and you guys got to cut it? You guys going to cut it with green and put all over it?
It's composted.
Nice. So you just make
I'm sorry. Get through, Tom.
Earlier you said that abortion was a woman's choice for valid reasons, but then you said that the community would discuss it. So if the community decides that they don't want you to have an abortion, how's that your choice?
Abortion is only a woman's choice as long as it doesn't endanger the community. But Mr. Burnett was saying that if you have too many kids, that does hurt the whole community. So then the community will get a say in it because it's not just you.
How does an abortion hurt the community?
No, abortion doesn't hurt the community, but like you can have an abortion if you want an abortion, but if you don't want an abortion and then like you have too many kids, the community can get to vote to say that
So
you
if you
have
have 3 kids and you get pregnant again, you're subject to an abortion, but you're part of the community, so that would hurt you to kill your child, so would that be hurting the community?
an abortion.
Yes.
When you have 3 kids,
Because it would hurt you
you're
as a
pregnant
woman
again.
to kill your own child by getting an abortion. And you're a part of the community, so wouldn't that be hurting the community?
You would weigh the pros and cons. It's the community.
No, it's when it endangers the community. It's not. Yeah,
Like
you're part of
if
the
it's
community, but you can't use that to define the community. It's hurting other people, not just yourself. Can't.
But how is it hurting the other people?
Because
Have
overpopulation, and then it limits resources, and then that means less people can't thrive.
Okay, next question.
Yeah.
I have a question. How are you going to fight elitism if in the
I'm sorry?
elitism?
Uh-huh.
Because you're going to have 3-tiered systems, right? You're going to have, well, first of all, you're going to have the whatever, blah, 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 and then the vocationals at the bottom, right? And those are the dumb people.
Oh, you're talking about school.
Yeah.
They all live
Okay.
together.
Sounded like elitism right there.
No, okay, no, I'm not saying that anyway. And then you said you're going to have the upper, middle, and lower class. How are you going to fight people's like prejudice against them? If it's Utopia, the people at the
Are
bottom.
you talking about school or are you talking about economic classes
Both,
right now?
because they're both a 3-tiered system.
Well, we just call them upper, middle, and lower, but
It's
their
still
income
three-tiered
isn't
system.
that dramatically different. And moreover, they all live in the same housing complex, so it's
All the
like
dumb people
like-
in one house.
No, everyone's together. Even if no matter what
together.
school you go to or what your income level is, you all live in the same type of complex. So then you build a sense of community. It's like the people that you grow up with. It doesn't matter because you grow with them.
But then you can still say, if I have a friend and I'm like, oh, I'm smarter than him, how are you going to fight that? Because then that guy feels belittled. No, I'm not.
And everyone's happy. Yeah.
I don't understand your question. Yeah, you said, so you're asking that, what if I have a person A that tells person B I'm smarter? That's discrimination?
That is discrimination.
You're discriminating when you are excluding someone based on a trait. Merely stating I am smarter than you is not discrimination.
So
Yes,
what
but
if
you
you don't like
have
certain
you
kids?
can have a whole group of smart people
What?
belittling the dumb people. Like, there's no-
You're not excluding them. You can't exclude because you guys live in the same quarters.
You can exclude them from social activities.
Playing games or stuff like that?
People that can do this
As a child, you grow up with a lot of like classes talking about how you should be. Oh, there's also there's also like countrywide like competitions, and you're forced to work together. So like by community, you work
So you're
together.
assuming that people are going to work together, is what you're saying.
Well, they have to work together to win. They work together, right?
I guess. You guys are assuming a lot that people are going to take it to what it is.
Okay, questions?
What did you say the name of your high figure is, like the highest one up? And
Head chief running water. I'm sorry?
That's one person, or is it
Yes.
a group? And you said that he was going to enforce the laws? So I think you guys
No,
said,
he doesn't know.
I think you guys said enforce the laws.
So enforcing the law in the sense that you're making sure they're getting carried out, like a president. You know, he has like
It
underlings.
was kind of like, it sounded like they were like,
Okay, give him a round of applause.